When I built this base, it felt like a pretty good size, especially for a one-man tribe, but I swear it gets smaller and smaller with every passing episode, especially after the last one, because we headed out and brought these two brutes back, which are huge and they can't even fit in the front garden. So it got us thinking, maybe I should expand my base a little bit. Let's get cracking. Alright, Tinkers, I'm Toastbloke and I'm at the crafting station, because where else would I be if I want to expand my base? And I was thinking about how I was going to approach this, and I realised there was a problem staring us right in the face. Like, literally, it's these, the large storage boxes. They are an eyesore, but also they're full. Not that they hold much anyway, but they're so full, in fact, that when I've been doing my farming, I've had to leave a lot of materials on the Thames, which has meant I can't use them anymore. I'm kind of at a standstill. So I think the first thing I should do is complete the crafting station and get the storage situation sorted out. So let's have a look at vaults, because we'll be able to make them now. Let's just click on that. What do I need? Cement and paste, metal ingot, oil and polymer. I'm pretty sure we're good to go, to be honest. I've got these little boxes now as well, strategically placed around the base with things that I might need in those areas, so I don't have to go in the generator to get my gas now. Look at that, fancy. Structures, metal, storage. I can make one at the minute with polymer. I can make more. I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of spare polymer knocking about on the iguanodon. So let's just grab, yeah, loads. Let's grab that. Get your trunk off us, mate. And I'll chuck these in here and hopefully I can make a couple more. I want 3, so if we can make 2, that would be sick. Structures, metal, storage. Yep, we've got 2. I think I can probably make more, I just don't have a lot of metal on here at the minute. Now I'm also going to want to make a shelf or a platform to put these on. So let's jump into structures, metal. I want 2 double door frames and 2 catwalks. And then we're pretty much ready to go. I do have one little worry though. I'm pretty sure that I put this double door frame down before I place the indie forge. Now I've got a feeling that this one's not going to go down and I'm going to have to pick this up, which will be an absolute bummer, but you get half your materials back, and I reckon by now I'll have enough to just replace it straight away. So let's get this positioned. I know I need to put one of these here, but as you can see there's 2 snap points there. Is that the right one? It is, yes. Just because I've got the other foundation underneath from running the electronics under the foundations. And moment of truth, yeah. There's no way that's going green. Looks like I've got to get rid of the indie forge. I'm a little bit upset, but it'll be alright. Let me demolish that and put everything on the fabricator. Quick. Get across. And then I should be able to place this. If I can see. Looks like it's going to be there. Lovely. And we'll get the 2 catwalks across. And then I need to rescue the things that were inside of the indie forge. How long's on the bag? It's half an hour. So I think I'll leave that, because I've got nowhere to put the stuff anyway. So let's get the vaults put down and I can just put the things in there. I need a ladder. There we go. I want to put this ladder down in 3rd person, even though it's impossible to see here. So let's do that. If you're in 3rd person and placing, when you go into K mode, you can see the outline of the object you're placing. So that's a little tip there if you didn't know. And I want to stay stood up as well, because if I crouch, it'll place it below the shelf. Watch. There we go. So we're staying stood up and we are making sure we're in 3rd person, and I want this lined up to the edge of the door frames roughly about there, and then I want the back lined up to the back of the shelf. Quite happy with that. We'll go with that. There's one down, and I like to start from the outside in, so I'm going to do the same and do this side first. That looks like I've got that right away. And then finally we'll go back into the center and we'll just get this kind of lined up nicely. There we go, that's perfect. We've got our vaults there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the stuff in the bag, in the vaults. I might even get these all moved across and collapsed and get the materials out of my Thames, and then I'll be right back with you. That's so much better. I'm so glad they're gone. The vaults are looking sick. I've got loads of room for bringing my Thames in and unloading. But we don't have an indie forge, so I need to make sure I can craft one of those up. Let's just check what I'm going to need for it. We need crystal, metal and polymer. Now crystal, I believe I've put in here, so we'll grab a few hundred of that, chuck that across. Metal is in the end one, so let's grab some of that. I'm going to do 2 batches. Let's chuck them across, get a few more, just to make sure all bases are covered. And then if I'm going to need polymer, I'm going to need obsidian, right? Because I'm going to have to craft some more. Don't think I'll need a lot, but we'll check how much. So structures, crafting, yeah, 11, sick. Right, so composites, let's make 11 of those. Helps if I push the one twice. And then I'll better craft up the forge. Now, already you're probably noticing the cool thing about this is I can access the smithy, the fabby, the chem bench, the right, centre and left vaults. And when we get the forge there, I'll be able to access that too. It means I can unload anything into these and then just spin around in a circle to do whatever it is I'm doing, which is so efficient, so effective. I love it. Structures, crafting, let's get that done. I've got my ladder, so this shouldn't be too hard to do. And I want to get the same placement I had before, if I'm honest with you. So pop that there, 3rd person, on the ladder, off the ladder, pick it up, get the forge, and then I don't even think I need to go into K mode for this, to be honest with you. I was going to walk until the front of the forge meets the door frame. You can see it there just disappearing inside of it. So I want that to be the case, so that'll be the positioning. I'm going to go into K mode to make sure I don't accidentally swivel this. And then there we go. Lovely. That's spot on. So yeah, just to double check. Yes, 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 and yes. So that's perfect. I'm really happy with that. Now what I need to do is work out the next part, which is now that I can craft things and I can get them my resources, is using them to build this wall out. So I'm probably going to come along here, further out, and I'm going to have to be careful of this hill. This is probably a bit steep to work with, so I'll probably try and run through here, but there's a bank this end as well, isn't there? And this might cause us some trouble, so I'll have to use some building tricks to sort that out. But let me get everything crafted up, I'll work it out, I'll count out the foundations and everything that I've got across here, and then we shall make this wall happen. Right then, I've made everything I think I'm going to need to mark this wall out. I haven't made any walls yet, but I've got foundations, I've got the stone fence foundations and the pillars, and then some scaffolding, because I've got a feeling this isn't going to be plain sailing. Now then, I'm thinking of coming out 6 foundations from here, because that looks the flattest going that way. And also, I hated the fact that when I built this wall, I had to have 2 foundations pillar, 4 foundations pillar. If I have 6 here, this becomes a multiple of 3. So I'll have pillar, 3 foundations pillar, 3 foundations, and it's going to be so nice. So I'm looking forward to sorting that out. But for the meantime, let's get this placed. I'm just going to go across here, plopping these down, and hopefully we can get this done before it's dark. So far so good though. I might have picked a good route here. Well, it was a good route until the Rex got in the way. Let's just move you. You over there, thank you. Are you going to get in the way now as well? Yeah, it's going to stop there. Can I beat you? Yep, lovely. Right, this is where, yeah, that isn't good. So I'm going to have to go and get the scaffolding. And I'm going to show you a little trick to raise a foundation exactly 1/2 wall height. Or at least close enough. I'm going to want the pillars. And I'm going to want the ceilings. I don't think I'll need any of those foundations. Do I have my foundations? No, I've put them down. I need some foundations. Where's the stone ones? Why am I getting rid of them? I'm using them. Right, not thinking straight here. So, let me get over here. I'm going to punch this because just go away. Nobody needs you here. And what I'm going to do is the usual. We're popping a pillar into the foundation. And then I'm going to pop 3 ceilings across because I want to avoid conflicting snap points there. And then I'm going to drop this pillar into the ceiling, but on the lower snap point, and it should be sticking out the top, right? Now that raises the foundation by 2 increments. To get 1/2 wall height, I need to raise by 6, so I need to do that trick 2 more times. Now instead of repeating the trick from scratch, you can actually pop a ceiling on top of the pillar that's sticking out, and then snap another pillar into that ceiling. Now you should be able to tell by looking at the one below. There you can see that that bar is higher than it is on the pillar that's there. If you want it to stay steady, it's all over the shop. Yep, that's what happens if it's not staying steady, it replaces it. I need this to stay steady, so I'm just going to move my camera up. There we go. And then I can pop another ceiling on top of that. So now, when I come out, 3 foundations, and I pop this one down in the ground, I've now done this trick 3 times. And so I should be able to pop a foundation here. Yeah, and that will be half a wall higher than the other foundation. Delete these ones, need demolishing. Timer's up. There's a lot going on there, it was hard to get in. So now, the moment of truth is, can I get this to go all the way across? And I know the answer is yes, because if that one's there, these ones will work. And that's that done. So now I just need to keep going out until I get to the end of this wall. And why? No, I don't want to have to raise it again, just to lower it again. Right, could be these. Just seen these rocks, there's more. Get rid of these. This could be the problem. Are they all gone? I'm going to get rid of this bush as well, just for good measure. Not that it's going to conflict with the bush. And that should be good, right? It's not. I've got one last trick, and this is a weird one. If I build out and go that way, sometimes you can get it to snap because I think multiple foundations are overpowering what the game thinks should happen. Nah. Oh, see? There we go. I knew it. Needed a little change of angle. Oh, that one's staying. This one's going. And then I can finish off building the wall. Well, the wall's foundation. I want that on the high snap, I think. There we go. I can always change it if I don't want it on the high snap. So what I'm going to do now is it's getting dark. What's the time? Yeah, it's coming up to 7. I'm going to have to craft walls. I could put the pillars down, but I think I need to work out exactly where I'm placing these pillars because I'm unsure if this side or the front is a multiple of 3. So I'll work that out. I'll get the walls crafted and we'll build the rest of this as soon as morning comes. Do you know what? Scrap that thought. I've done a little bit of planning. I'm going to get the pillars down first. Now, I'm going to start over here. It's unfortunate, but this side is the only side that isn't a multiple of 3. The front is, the far side is where we started the foundations for this part, but this side isn't. I'm just going to have to work with it though. So the way I'm going to do this is I am going to hop one here and pop a pillar down. And I'm going to do both at the same time. So fence, foundation, pillar, just so I know what I'm up to. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to be there. I'm going to snap it on the same side that I did with the first one. And then 1, 2, 3. And that lines up nicely. Little bit of a problem here though. Let's demolish these bits. That there is snapped to the lower foundation. And if I'm keeping this high one, I'm going to want to snap the pillar to the high one. So that the wall on the higher foundation has a pillar going right up to the top of it. It means I've got to put an extra fence foundation there. But if we pop that like that, then when I do this wall, that will look right on top. And this one will just tie into it nicely. So that's good. Now then, do I just get the front done and fix the sides later? I think that's the plan. Right, so we're going again. I've got 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to keep it to the right hand side like I have been doing of the pillar. 1, 2, 3. And that works out nicely for this part. And also the pillars on the drop. So that fixes that problem that I had over there automatically. Nice one. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3. Pillar down on the left. 1, 2, 3. Sounds like I'm making some sort of song. It's not a very good song. It's probably annoying for you as well. I do apologise. 1, 2, 3. But I've got to count this out. I've got to make sure I get it right. I don't want to mess up and have to start again and repair the wall. It's not fun. 1, 2, 3. It's better taking your time, getting your build right from the off. 1, 2, 3. And hopefully I've done this right. If I have, this will line up perfectly with the corner. 1, 2, 3. And it does. Fantastic. So let's put that there. And then I just have to go down the side. 1, 2, 3. Put it on the third, snap it to the left. And that should be bang in the middle of there. It is. Class. Whoa, that's a bit of a wall in its own right. I can't even get up. I have to put some steps there or something. But yeah, that's all of the pillars placed. I wonder if I quickly work this out. It looks like all I've got to do this side is move this that way. Is that foundation already there? It is. Let's do this. I'm just going to have a look. If I can fix this side up, I'll feel so much better about the base. Go on, let us get the pillar. Just need to craft one pillar. It looks like, oh no, I've got some still. Right, so there's that. And I need walls. I haven't got any walls, so I'm going to have to craft those. Can I do that? Come on, game. Come on. 2 exactly. Perfect. Railings? 2! You cannot write this. Honestly, that's so good. So let's pop that there. And let's get this there. Class. Chuck that on top. And that's one side fixed. I'm going to go and do the same for the other side. And I'm going to craft up the walls and railings and everything else I need to finish off this fence overnight. And then I will be back with you in the morning this time. And we'll finish this front wall. What a way to start the day. Fantastic stuff. Feel empty and set to go. Progress is looking good out the window, but we need to crack on and get it finished. I did some planning overnight, figured a few things out, because I have been having some problems, if I'm honest with you, with this wall. I'll tell you the main one. Basically, the mammoth and my other teams, to be honest with you, can't get in and out with this bit here. Okay? But if it's not there, things get in. Even if I take this out, the mammoth can't get through, because a mammoth can't get through 2 pillars. Don't ask us why. It looks like it should, but it can't. So now that I've got these 3 pillar openings, I'm hoping it will be able to fit through. It should be able to. But also, I need to work out where the entrance is going to be and how I'm going to protect it if it's not going to be closed. And my thought was plant species X. That would be the perfect. So I'm debating at an opening, whichever one it's going to be, having a little defense tower either side with the plant species X in. And then that'll mean anything that comes up to the wall is going to be getting slowed down and damaged. And hopefully won't get inside to annoy my teams. That'd be real good. So, I have everything I think I'm going to need on the RG. We're going to start off by placing walls, I believe. That would make the most sense. So, let me grab those. I don't know why I got my scope out. Don't need that. And I'm just going to go around and place these around the outside edge. And I'm going to miss the ones that have the fence foundation there. And in fact, I should probably stop because I need to work out where the opening is. Now, I figured out a little trick here. This is all my own work for once. Now, when I place this, a lot of the time, it won't do that. It would do it now that I'm trying to show you. Yeah, it'll do that. It'll snap to the fence foundation instead of the actual foundation. So what I've started doing is putting that down where it's wrong, walking forward till the wrong place turns red. And then I can get the green one, and it's got to go there because it's conflicting with me, which forces it where I want it. Let's do it again if it goes wrong. In fact, I'll just do it. Walk forward till it's red on the one that I don't want, green on the one that I want, and place. Look at that. Gets it every time, so that's good. Now, I'm just thinking, where do I want the opening? Hopefully where I've left it here, because otherwise I'm in trouble. So that's where it was, which means this is roughly the right place. It's the best I can do. So it means I'm going to have to take this up, unfortunately, and this up, even though I've not long put them down, and this up, because I don't want this on show in the middle of the gap. I'm going to want it either side. I think I've got some more of those on here, so let's get those out. Yeah, I've got the fence foundations there, and I'm going to want pillars as well since I've used those all up. But let's get this down first. The reason I'm moving it is I don't want it in the gap, so you can see I'm going to tuck it under a wall. And should I build the turret tower as well now? Maybe I should. I wonder if I do 4 pillars around like that. Am I going to have to get rid of that wall again? I'm a nincompoop, like. It's the only word for it. But I think I do that. And then that allows me to create some sort of square. I'm going to do my trick. Watch my trick work. Watch it work. Oh, it works. Put these on the inside. And I think I do that, and then I can put a crop plot on top, and that'll guard the entrance. Did I make the crop plots and ceilings? I think I did. I did. But I'm getting pretty heavy here. So let us just get the ceiling on while I'm doing it. And I'll put the crop plots on at the end. So I've got to repeat that process. It looks like this side's alright. I'm glad I figured that out. Otherwise I'd be taking things up and down all the way along the wall. This way I'm not going to have to. So on the inside, walk so I can't get the one I don't want. Force the one I do want. I'm so happy with that trick. It's so simple, but it really is effective. And then I close that in. The only thing with doing these towers is I'm losing that effective 3 gaps between pillar. Look, it goes 3, 2, 1. But it's alright, it's fine. It looks better, I think, than not having that pillar around the tower. So this one here is going to be a normal wall. Let's get that in. Look there, it 4 stops it. That's class. And so this one's going to be open. So I've got to flip this. Save that wall, save that wall. So let's get this up so we can tuck the fence foundation under the wall. Oh no, that means I also need this one up. Can I save this one? I can. Class. Right. And then I go for around like that. And then I can fill these all back in. Let's do these in a sensible order so I can get out. Walk up till it's red. Push it forward. Get in. And that's that. Did I put the ceiling on this one? No. Let's get the ceiling on this tower so I know where I'm up to. And then I need it on this tower. Looking good, looking good. And then, if it's the same as the last one, this will just work. They go round. No. Is that too high for the pillar? Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah. That fixes it. That means I'm going to have to be super careful twice for this one. Let's get you there. Let's get you red. Let's make you green. Same this side. Get you there. Make you red. Get you green. Perfect. I'm liking that. It gives me some sort of guarantee that I'm not going to screw up. Although it is a faff, let's be real. Maybe it's faster in the long run, I hope. Not when it's not working. But there we go, that's looking good. And we've got the towers in. This one is a little bit higher, but it's just the way it's had to work with the terrain. And the ceilings are on. So I think I just have to finish the wall off now around here. And overnight, I fixed the issues that we were having with the wall. On the wall that was already there. Which has made life nice. Go on, place. Lovely. Get the... Is that just going in the right place? Only seems to be giving us one snap point, but no. Of course not. I need the trick regardless. Right, red. Can't get the green. Come on. Come on, don't play hard to get. Why won't it place? Like, it's green, it's there, I'm clicking. And that's the right one. Hey, at last, there we go. So that's the wall done. All I've got to do now, really, is put the railings around the top of the walls, but maybe I should get the crop plots in first. I think that would be a good plan. So, what can I drop off on the RG? I don't need walls, I don't need these, and I don't need these. I am going to want these, but I think I need to go and get my scaffolding, or at least some thatch ceilings, so I'm going to grab them quick. They should be in here, with all my spare parts. Just take one for each, just in case I don't make it in time, and I'll need a ladder. I've got one ladder. Take one for each again, in case I don't place things in time. And we'll just close that. And I think the way I'm going to have to do this, I need the crop plots first. Oh, there's just so much to think about. I'm not with it. Right, I'm going to pop the ceiling here. That gives me somewhere to stand. Get the ladder on. Is that the right way? No, it wasn't. Go up the ladder. And then I can stand here while I place the crop plot. I want to go into K mode so I don't move it. And I just want to get that so it looks like it's, you know, fairly in the middle. Not too shabby. Let's place that. And then if I'm quick enough, I might be able to pick these things up. I'm not quick enough for the ceiling. That's why I made more. So that's one done. I'm going to repeat that on these ones. Pop the ceiling in. Get the ladder. First person helps us place it. Get up. Get into K mode. Get out the crop plot. Doesn't have to be in that order. In fact, it's probably better that I get it out before I go into K mode for this reason. Exactly. And then just line that up, make it look roughly central. I'm happy with that. You're not going to be able to notice, especially if I am going to be putting railings around this. Just 2 more to do. Get that on there. Ladder, place is better in first person. Don't know why. Again, just the way of the ARK. Get the crop plot, K mode it to get it. Oh, it's kind of a good guess just on foot there without K mode. And then pick this up. I'm making it this time. I've got the speed. Practice makes perfect. Right then, get the ladder on. How many times am I going to say that? Too many. Too many was once. Right, let's go K mode. Roughly in the middle there. Up. And that's that sorted. So now we need to get plant X species. But also, we need to get some fertilizer in here. And we need to hope it rains. Because I don't have irrigation over here. I can easily bring it from the greenhouse. I'm not planning on doing that today. But let's get the fertilizer in. I'm pretty sure I had some in another strategically placed box. Let's through. There we go. Come on. How much? Plenty. I also, by the way, popped a measureberry plant here. So we are getting those. That's nice. But I want to do a narcoberry one beside it. And I just haven't found the seeds yet. Normally get them all the time. So I'm a little bit annoyed about that. So how am I going to fill these up? I guess I can jump up from here and access it, right? Let's put 4 in there. Well, that gives us 3 3s. I guess that's the way I've got to do it. And this is quite easy to access this from on top of the wall. So maybe that's what I need to do when I come to it. I might leave one side open with a railing. Could put a ladder in, but it really doesn't seem worth it. I can just jump and pop the stuff in. So, I need a drink. Let's get back to the greenhouse. I'm all out. And I think what we do is we head straight out. This pteranodon's kind of in the way. I think we head straight out and go and find the species X, which is at the swamp. And I'm going to take the pteranodon. I might need to drop some things. It's not got the best carry weight. Should probably clean up my inventory anyway. But yeah, it feels like I'm cheating on the RG. I've been using it all the time forever now, but it's so much faster being on the pteranodon. When I was going to get silica pearls and cementing paste, I went on the pteranodon and it was just so much better. We got some stats. Oh, and there's the rain. Perfect. Right. I'm going to pop some more stamina on. Get the 600. Oh, that worked out. Can we leave though? You're just going to sing a nice little song there. Let's get out of here, get to the swamp and find some seeds. It seems a little bit tricky to see now thanks to all of the weather. But a plant X species plant can be found in the swamp, usually on the edges. And it's a green plant, lots of leaves, with a bit of a reddy, pinky top, peachy top. So I'm just going to go along the coast here and keep an eye out. It's a big plant, you can't miss it. And hopefully we'll see one sooner rather than later. I normally find them fairly quickly. Can't seem to see one along there. Might have missed one though, you never know. Anything coming up here? Anything on the top? There's one, there's one. There's one near the drop. Not the drop. The XP node. The Explorer node. So we jump in here, harvest this. You get loads of them. You don't need this many. Don't want to accidentally trigger that, so I'm going to walk around it. And that was easy as pie. Yeah, we are back at base. Just going to park the PT here out of the way of the entrance to the greenhouse. And I guess if I get these seeds in, these should start growing. So let's just jump up and up. Not into. Pop that in there. We should see it start to sprout. Nothing happening yet. Come on, man, game. Making us look stupid again. There we go, there we go. It's taking form. Class. Jump up here. Pop another one in there. Go in. Why is that gone on there? What is happening? Why won't it work? Why won't it let us use that? Oh, there's one in. There's one in. I just didn't see it go in. Let's do this. Get another one in here. And that should take. And it should seed. And it should start growing. There we go. So, hopefully, in a couple of episodes time they'll be up and we'll be able to set those to shoot all wild dinos, and anything coming down towards our wall will get absolutely wrecked. Now I feel like I could finish this off a little bit more neatly. Obviously we've got to do the railings, but I think we should probably put some stairs in here to make it easy to get in and out. So I'm going to craft up some stairs, I'm going to pick up the railings, we'll get this wall finished. I've got stairs, I've got railings, let's pop these in and hope everything still keeps going well. Can't really fault how this has gone. For being off the cuff, just try and build something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And when it does work, you're happy. When it doesn't, you're a little bit disappointed. Maybe a lot disappointed, maybe extremely disappointed, like I am with the fact that this one set of stairs won't just clip into here. But that's official settings for you. What can you do? I guess I get the railings on next. I'm going to start on this side and just run around the inside. Maybe not if I can't get up here. There we go. Wow, I'm going to need stairs here as well. I've got a spare set, to be honest now. Let's pop this here. And then I can get up. There we go. Hey, it worked out in one way, if not the other. Just going to run along here, get these all down. Now, I've not made the wall higher. When I built the original wall, I thought maybe I would need to make it higher, but the way things are going, nothing has approached my base that can get anywhere near getting over the wall. Now, I'm not going to put that all the way around because I was accessing the plant from here. And I think that's the safest place. If something comes to try and attack it, they're going to be attacking it from here. They're not going to run all the way around past it to the far back. So I think that makes sense. So I'll just continue with that theme all the way around. Leave the inside one open so I can maintain the plant. Give it fertilizer and the likes. Same here. I think that works really well. I think it looks quite cool too, to be honest with you, doing it like that. Don't know why, I quite like it. I'm happy with it. It's not often I'm happy with things in this game, but yeah, this is something that's actually gone well. So there we have it. We have an upgraded wall with defences and larger entrances, but also we have a better crafting station because we now have proper storage. The only issue I can still see is this wall's in the way of my teams getting in and out for farming. So I think I'm going to have to take this down. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to want to build something back up at some point, but I think at least taking it down from here all the way up to where the greenhouse starts is a good idea. And I will want to be taking this wall out. So I'm going to make that happen. I'll probably become hugely encumbered. But that's just, you know, it's just the damage, isn't it? It's just what happens. So I'm going to put everything away that I've got on me that I don't need. And I'm just going to pick these all up. Just pop the foundations. Not really bothered about getting the materials back, to be honest with you. I've got plenty. And it's not hard to get any more with the teams that we've got. So I'll do this. And then we'll assess how everything's looking. I don't know how to feel about this. It's not cozy anymore. I mean, we've got all this space, which is great, but it's really not cozy. The cool thing is, we have 3 sections here, so I've sorted the dinos out so that we have the large eggs in this section, extra large eggs in this section, and the special eggs in this section. I even finally made a saddle for the Ute because I was struggling to get it over here, and so that's nice to have. The only thing that is annoying us a little bit is, like I say, it doesn't feel so cozy. I quite liked that it felt enclosed around the house. So we're going to have to build something or do something in this space. I'm not sure what yet. We had mentioned a stable at one point, so that is something we could do. But ultimately, I'm very, very happy. We've got a bigger wall, a bigger area. Our teams are better protected thanks to these plant X species once they grow. And also, we've got a much more efficient crafting station. I just want to work out what to do with it because I think we're coming out, is it 7 squares here? 4, 5, 6, 7 squares here. The greenhouse only comes out the 4, and so it feels a little bit uneven. But maybe that's cool. Our base isn't even anymore. But yeah, all in all, I think we've had a successful episode. So I'm going to call that there, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. If you've enjoyed it or you've learned something, please remember to like, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Helps me out hugely as well. Check the links out in the description below. There might be something there you're interested in. But other than that, Take care, guys, and I'll catch you later. Cheerio.